Most people think RV life and houseboat life couldn't be more different. But after spending summers on Lake Lanier in Georgia, we've discovered they're actually a lot alike. Our dock is basically a floating campground. We're Dave and Karen from Walks on Wheels. We roll, we camp, and yeah, we play. Before we show you around our floating campground, let's go back a little bit. When Dave and I got married in 2001, we spent our honeymoon on a houseboat at Lake Cumberland in Kentucky. For 10 days, we cruised the lake, explored coves, and played on our 2 jet skis that we towed behind the houseboat. By the end of that trip, we were hooked. We knew that someday we'd love to own a houseboat of our own. A few years later, we moved to Georgia and settled near Lake Lanier. Then in 2007, that dream became a reality when we purchased our 1990 67-foot Somerset houseboat. And honestly, we haven't looked back since. When we bought her, she looked a whole lot different than she does today. Over the years, we've remodeled and renovated just about every inch of this boat. In fact, we documented the entire transformation in a 7-part renovation series here on the channel, but that's a story for another day. Today is really about the lifestyle. One thing we've learned over the years is that houseboat life and RV life have far more in common than most people realize. Everybody has their own spot. Everybody has their own setup. Everybody decorates a little differently. And somehow everybody knows everybody else's business. Sound familiar? Instead of campsites, we have boat slips. Instead of golf carts, we have pontoons. Instead of campfires, we have dock parties in the sunset. And just like RVing, the people are what make it special. Many of the friends you see in this video have become like family over the years. What's funny is several of them own RVs too. In fact, we've camped together multiple times. Apparently, it doesn't matter whether we're parked beside each other at a campground or tied up beside each other at a dock. We just keep finding ways to hang out together. Some weekends are planned, most aren't. Somebody starts grilling, somebody brings snacks, somebody opens a cooler, a few chairs get pulled together, and before long, an ordinary Saturday turns into an all-day gathering. And yes, occasionally an adult beverage or two may be involved, or 3, or 4, but who's counting? Now, if the dock is our campground, the islands are our boondocking sites. No reservations, no hookups, no schedules, just friends, boats, water, and whatever supplies everybody remembers to bring. Some days we anchor in a quiet cove, some days we spend the afternoon swimming, some days we float around doing absolutely nothing. And honestly, those are often the best days. One of the things we love most about island days is how simple life becomes. No rushing, no deadlines, no appointments. Just enjoying where you are and who you're with. Every weekend seems to take on a life of its own in the summer. Sometimes we're celebrating birthdays, sometimes we're watching fireworks, sometimes we're heading out for dinner, sometimes we're just enjoying another beautiful sunset over the lake. The funny thing is that no 2 weekends ever seem exactly the same. Yet somehow they all leave you with the same feeling, grateful. Grateful for the friendships, grateful for the memories, and grateful for another day on the water. Over the years, we've shared a lot more than cookouts and sunset cruises. We've also weathered a few storms together. Back in 2020, our marina was hit by a powerful microburst. What started as an ordinary afternoon quickly became one of the most frightening experiences we've ever had on the lake. Boats were damaged, docks were torn apart, and for a while nobody really knew how bad things were going to get. We later shared the experience in a video called An Hour of Terror. To our surprise, the story reached viewers all over the country. It eventually led to follow-up videos and even an appearance on the Weather Channel's Deadline to Disaster. But what we remember most isn't being on television. What we remember is watching neighbors help neighbors. Friends helping friends, people coming together when it really mattered the most. And that's what this community has always been about. Of course, life on the water isn't always calm. One afternoon, a large houseboat lost power and started drifting in the wind. As it slowly moved closer and closer, everyone started paying attention. Because when a boat that size is moving where it shouldn't be moving, things can get exciting pretty quickly. Got the wind against them too. Looks like you only got one engine running. Fortunately, we had moved our pontoon earlier that day, and that turned out to be a very good decision. Thankfully, everything worked out, but it definitely got everyone's attention. I don't know what you want to try to stop here or what? What's he want to try to do?
What's that?
Whether you're traveling by land or spending time on the water, things don't always go according to plan. And speaking of things not going according to plan, there's always seems to be something that needs fixing. If you've watched our channel for any length of time, you already know Dave can't seem to avoid projects. Apparently, generators, engines, RVs, HDTs, boats, electrical systems, plumbing, and anything mechanical within a 50-mile radius all somehow find their way to him. I still haven't figured out whether he's lucky or cursed. Maybe a little of both. But somehow things usually get fixed, eventually. We've traveled thousands of miles in our RV. We've stayed in beautiful campgrounds. We've explored places all over the country. But every summer we find ourselves right back here, because over the years we've learned something. It doesn't really matter whether you're traveling by RV or spending weekends on a houseboat. It doesn't matter whether you're sitting around a campfire or watching a sunset from a dock. The best part is always the same, the people. Some of our closest friends started as campground neighbors, others started as dock neighbors, and a few became both. That's what keeps bringing us back. That's what keeps us coming to the lake. And that's what makes this place feel like home. Thanks for joining us for a little glimpse into our other life. Thanks for rolling with Wax on Wheels. Want to help our channel grow? Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell, or we'll come Jeep chasing ya. Hey, and leave us a comment. Even a quick hello makes our day. So roll, camp, play, and maybe fix something, and have a beer.